Hello everyone and welcome to another TFO Thursday. My name is Winters for those of you who do not know, and you are most welcome, and hopefully we're going to have a bit of fun here tonight. The Fed team is currently, first Fed team is currently being formed. Looks like there are 2 spots left on it now. Once the first Fed team forms, then we're going to form the KDF team. And after that, then we'll see if we can get another team formed. Probably a mixture. It might be a cross-faction team. Although, I do have something exciting to let you guys know about. We were doing TFOs earlier, like, an hour ago. Well, I was doing TFOs, and then others came onto Discord and decided to join me. But Noz joined us there a little while ago, and Noz was on a Fed character, and he k'd up in game, and we were able to send him a team invite, even though I was on my KDF character. Somehow we were able to get a Fed onto a KDF team. So we don't know, is this a new thing that has happened, and they just didn't tell us? Like Jesse there now is on a Fed character, and I have the option to invite him to team, and it worked. It worked. So was this an accident and they don't know about it, they being the devs, or is this something they've been working on and our incredible community manager neglected to inform the community? Well, there is the last X for the Fed team, so KDF will be starting now. Teacher Guy says, cool, about time. P Cube says, our community manager not telling us something. Impossible. I know, absolutely impossible. Right. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out, or hopefully we'll find out, but apparently there's cross-faction teaming, which is awesome. I've been waiting for this message. Wow, a lot of people came up for KDF tonight. Yes, welcome everyone to the stream. Let's see who we got chatting here. We've got Nova, we've got Spud. Spud, I'm really sorry to hear that you've had a stressful day. That is not good. But hopefully you will feel a little bit better after tonight's broadcast. Hopefully we can bring a little ray of sunshine for you, and get your mind off problems and such. Who else have we got here? We got Lord Ford, what a legend. He doesn't miss a show. We've got Coronus, Teacher Guy, Hyper Hydra, Hail Hydra, Nova again. Right, let's accept that. There's the pop. The Real Fluffy, P Cubed, B Film Fan. So thank you all, guys, so much for tuning in. If you are tuned in and you haven't said anything, drop a message into chat, because we're broadcasting on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and we would love to hear from you. Let us know what's going on with you. There's Miku. There's Jesse. The Real Fluffy says, if you talk about it, it will be gone in no time. I really hope not. I really, really hope not. B Film Fan says, today is a good day for someone else to die. Interesting. And apparently Nova is being mean. Nova's always mean. She's really mean to me all the time. She's a big meanie. Nova's a big meanie. Did we get a full KDF team there? I was too busy reading chat and I didn't pay any attention. But I'm guessing we must have got a full KDF team. Yeah. Yeah, looks like... right, so... P Cubed is putting together a third team. Nova says, really? Nova always says, really. I love it when she... when you rub Nova the wrong way, she just goes, really? Like, are you really going there? I love winding Nova up so much. But yeah, a big meanie. Anyway, so it looks like we've got Senkethi front for our first TFO. This one should be no problem at all, given that we are on a fleet team, because we know our stuff. And I would imagine we will be able to dispense these. Oh crap, that's the wrong button. You swear I was drinking tonight. Speaking of drinking, I know that Kat was having a few beverages with our very own Bradley earlier on. Yeah, she's just gone down for a little nap now. I couldn't believe it because it's like 12 o'clock. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here now, but it was like 12 o'clock. So an hour ago, I was messaging Kat, and here's the thing, all right? So, like I said, earlier on, there was a bunch of us doing TFOs, and actually, Nova, what was it you said? Nova said something along the lines of, so is it tomorrow you're meeting Kat? And apparently Kat had been talking. Oh no, it was James. It was James that said it. That's right. It was James that said it. Is it tomorrow that you're meeting Kat? And I was like, I don't know if I'm meeting Kat because I have a meeting tomorrow with my lawyers for something completely different. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Trust me. And apparently Kat has made all these plans that she's going meeting me and we're going out and we're doing this, that and the other. Where the last time that Kat and I talked about her trip to Ireland, it was left with right, we don't really know what's happening, but something might happen. But apparently Kat has been talking to James and was like, yeah, so I'm going down, go meeting Winters and we're going doing this, that and the other. And nobody told me about it. And like 20 minutes after James had told me this, Kat jumped on and basically she was like, so I'm coming down, you live in Sligo, don't you? So I'm coming down to Sligo and if I have to, I'll come to your house so that we can meet up. So I didn't know anything about this at all, and we were chatting back and forth this evening when she messaged me, and within the last hour I've organised a car. I'm going to go up to Dublin, I'm going to pick Kat up, I'm going to bring her down here, we're going to go out in the town. I don't live anywhere near the town, and we're going to stay in a hotel, separate rooms, all right? Nobody get any ideas, separate rooms. But the whole lot has been organised within the last hour so that we can go out and have a night out and, just tear the town up. And I'm dying to have a drinking competition with Kat. I am absolutely dying to have a drinking competition with Kat because I know that drunk Kat is hilarious. Never been able to meet up with Kat before for a few drinks, unfortunately. So looking forward to that. Alright, there we are. Second starbase destroyed. En route for another bomb. Oh my god, what the hell just hit me? But I love it how James was like, so you're meeting Kat, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I'm meeting Kat. And he's like, well, apparently Kat knows that you're going to be meeting her because nobody said anything to me. 3 starbases down. Right, I need to find another bomb. I'm not seeing any bombs there. Bomb. Aha! I have found a bomb. Looks like we got another team going as well. Excellent. Well done, Cubed. That is fantastic. Right, let's kick into full impulse here. We'll get in front of this guy and we'll start firing, and let's buff up here and make sure that we're getting on his front shield. So yeah, I'm going picking up a car tomorrow. I am going to drive up to Dublin. Kat is going to try and get to Trinity College tomorrow. Trinity College is, well, it's meant to be a world famous college. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it before. And she's going to try and make it to the Guinness Brewery and go to St. James's Gate. And I'll probably meet up with her in the late afternoon, evening, and then we're going to drive across the country, all the way across the country to the west of Ireland. and we're going to hit the town tomorrow night. And who knows? We might do an impromptu stream from our phones or something like that. So who knows what sort of shenanigans we could get up to, and that we will probably take a lot of pictures, and there might be tweets and stuff like that. We'll have to do something because, as I'm sure most of you know, Kat is the executive officer, the second in command for the entire community, and this is the first time that Kat and myself will have ever actually met up in real life. Unfortunately, Kat didn't go to Vegas in 2016 when I went for the 50th, so we've never been able to meet up. So this is going to be something new. Is there still a starbase left? I thought that was the 5th one gone. Let's have a look at the map here. Oh no, there is one left. Look at that. Sneaky. Chronix has joined the stream. Thank you so much, Chronix. Was hanging out and chatting to Chronix earlier on today. He is a new member to the community, so I hope you all make him feel welcome. And he is not quite level 50 yet, so he's not able to join us for TFOs, unfortunately. But I'd say by next week. He should be level 50. So I advise them that basically stick to story missions because it's the best way to level up, which is true. I mean, every mission is basically a level. By the time... Actually, Chronix, what level are you? How close are you to level 50? I'd be curious to find that out. Because I'm guessing you probably only have a dozen or so missions to do before you're level 50. You're 26, right? So 24 missions. And you'll be level 50. I am having great difficulty delivering this bomb because I keep on getting fired upon by everything. And there goes the last starbase. Way to go. Alright, Dreadnought, you are mine. Whoops, I do not want to transwarp anywhere. That was a mistake. Oh, why did I do that? I didn't mean to do that either. Brain fart. Oh, hello, Tim Higgins. Thank you so much for joining us. Tim, if I remember correctly, you won some prizes over the weekend. If I remember correctly. Sweet, we are queued up. There's the pop. Ah, Cat's favorite, Pariah 3. How very fitting. Chronix says, yeah, I started on PS5 and migrated over OI112. That's right. Tim, yes, 20 keys. That's right. I hope you sold them. And if you didn't, I hope you won something with them. But I really hope you sold them because then you'll have definitely got something valuable. Teacher Guys says, speaking of Cat, we get Bug Hunt, Cat's favorite. So yeah, gonna be out in Sligo Town with Cat tomorrow night, I would imagine. And we'll probably take some pictures, post them up on the Priority One Twitter, and might I'll try and do a bit of sightseeing with her. Might take her to Glencar Waterfall, that kind of thing. Ross's Point, some of the interesting places to see. She's flying out on Monday, and she's got the concert on Saturday night. So really it's tomorrow and Sunday that she has here, excluding the concert. So I don't know, when I get talking to her tomorrow, I'll see, like, I'd love to take her down to Galway. I'd love to take her to Letterkenny, like some of the really great spots to go out in. the Cliffs of Moher, stuff like that. But I don't know if there's going to be time. I mean, it's her holiday, so I want to, make sure that whatever, she wants to do, we get that done. It's just unfortunate she's leaving on Monday, because it really puts a major time constraint on things. But we'll figure it out tomorrow. Whatever she wants to do, we'll organise. I do remember her saying, though, she did say to me, well, if she has an awesome time in Ireland, because she's flying to Paris on Monday, and she's meeting a friend in Paris on Monday, and she said if she has an awesome time in Ireland, she might just come back to Ireland. So yeah, if she gets a taste of the nightlife here, she might just have a day or two in Paris, and then she might come back to Ireland. And if she does, then we'll be able to do a lot more sightseeing, and I can bring her around a lot of different places and show her around, and go to some of the real hotspots for nightlife and culture and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens, but we'll probably share some bits and pieces on the Priority One Twitter, because when she was in London, she met up with James and Sarah, and they posted up some pictures, and they also done a live broadcast from Cat's Hotel, which I unfortunately missed. Lance says, visit Father Ted's Island. Well, here's something you probably didn't know, Lance. Father Ted's Island, Craggy Island, does not actually exist. And Craggy Island was filmed on the mainland. It's a fictional place. It doesn't actually exist. But there are other islands like Arran Island, Inishbofin, and other places. But Father Ted was actually all recorded, and the house that he was in is actually on the mainland. It's not on one of the islands. But yeah, that could be something that we could do. Head down to Ennis and go to Father Ted, his house, and get to wear Bishop Brennan's hat and stuff like that. But what's going on with you guys? Anything wild or exciting going on with you? Actually, here's a question. How have you all been enjoying the 10-year anniversary? So for those of you who don't know, last Saturday was the Priority One Armada's 10-year anniversary. This community was created 10 years ago last Saturday. And veterans of the community, I guess, will know that we celebrate our anniversary every single year, and we celebrate for the whole month of June. Basically what we do is we have multiple random daily giveaways for the entire month of June, and every weekend then we have a major event, and these major events are like costume competitions, screenshot competitions, the Popular Wears Winters, the Rising Triathlon. They're like the sort of events that we do. And the major events have billions of EC worth of prizes up for grabs. And actually, yeah, I'd love to know what costumes you guys are going putting together, or how your costumes are coming along. Hyperhydra, I'm looking at you. How's your costume coming along? Because you have been a winner multiple times for the costume competition, but your entries are absolutely fantastic. You do incredible costumes, and I know that a lot of people are very interested to see what you're going to put together, assuming you're going to put an entry in this year. Hopefully you do. I really hope you do. I hope everybody does. I hope loads of members enter in for the costume competition. But I'd love to know how your costumes are coming along. Like, have you got them all put together? Are you working on finishing touches? Did you pick up any costume pieces while the 25% sale was on last week? Stuff like that. So far this year, for the 10-year anniversary, the participation level has been incredible. It has been absolutely amazing, and we've given this year. So we had like 11.7 billion EC worth of prizes up for grabs, but 2 weeks ago, one particular and very generous member donated 500 million EC, and they said, I want to give you 500 million EC as a prize, and he wants it to be used for the Armada, for the community, and that he remain anonymous. Those are the only stipulations or conditions he stipulated. And last weekend we put together a surprise event, and basically with the 500 million added on to what we were giving away, we were giving away over 12 billion EC in prizes for this year's anniversary, which is incredible. And like, thanks to so many members in the community, because a lot of the stuff was donated to the community. And of course, all of our patrons and members who make donations on the website, we were able to buy things like, you know, lockbox keys and elite captain training tokens and elite bridge officer training tokens, and you know, we were able to get all of these prizes thanks to so many members. We just, yeah, like, it's incredible the level of generosity that people have for this community. It just absolutely blows me away every time. Lord Ford says, well, I'm ready for our costume competition on Xbox. That is fantastic. That is brilliant. Do you want to tell us what your costume is, or do you want to keep it a surprise? But it sounds like, as you said, you are ready, so you've got it made. You're all squared away, which is brilliant. Yeah, Xbox, of course, is celebrating the anniversary as well. It's not just PC, it is Xbox also. Sweet. Alright, let's close that window. Let's select marks. And we should be queuing up for the next one any second. There it is. Accept. How am I doing? Oof, nearly 4,500 marks. Nice. I'll take that. For those of you who don't know, it is bonus marks this weekend on PC. Lord Ford says, best of both worlds, Captain Riker. Nice. One of the coolest moments ever in Star Trek history was when it was the cliffhanger for best of both worlds, when Captain Riker, or Riker basically, said, fire. That is probably one of the coolest moments in Star Trek history, and that was the cliffhanger. The close-up on Riker, and he just goes, fire. Actually, I have an interesting story about that episode. I'll tell you here in a second. I'm just going to take a quick drink. Okay, so Michael Piller, who I assume most of you know, was a writer and producer for The Next Generation. Unfortunately, he's passed away. He's no longer with us. But an incredible asset to the Star Trek franchise. But he wrote Best of Both Worlds. And I can't remember, it's either he didn't think the show... No, I don't think it was that he didn't think the show was being renewed. He didn't think he was going to be there the following year. So he wrote Best of Both Worlds with no idea of how to solve the problem of the Borg invasion. And he said that he would just leave it up to somebody else, basically. And he actually ended up coming back the following year as, I think, a writer and producer. And he was left with this conundrum of how to sort out the Borg invasion, where it resulted in a positive outcome for the Federation. But initially, when he wrote it, he had no idea how the Borg were going to be defeated when he wrote part one. It was not something that he had figured out and was like, oh, by the way, this is how the part 2, the end of the cliffhanger is going to be. There was nothing there with that at all. He just didn't know, which is interesting, because I'm pretty sure now whenever they do writing, like, they figure out all of this stuff in advance. Like, I strongly suspect that the first 3, if not 4 years, definitely 3 years of Star Trek Discovery were known from the very beginning. I think they planned out the first 3 years. So year 1 was going to be the cliffhanger was meeting the Enterprise, because at that point, if they were going to meet in the Enterprise, they had to know why they were meeting the Enterprise, because that was the cliffhanger. And of course, the episodes are written well in advance. So year 1, they knew that the cliffhanger was going to be meeting the Enterprise, and they had to know, right, well, they were meeting the Enterprise because Pike is coming on, and the whole thing is going to be Control. And the way they were going to defeat Control was by going into the future. So that put them in the 31st or 32nd century. I would bet money with anyone that they knew the first 3 years of Discovery from the very beginning. I would put any god's amount of money on anyone that they knew from the very beginning. I am very, very positive and certain on that, but I suppose I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. The way everything was handled, I think that it was known well in advance. Right, so what are we on here? Oh yeah, Hurl Sphere. Yeah, we're on Hurl Sphere here at the moment, and it's actually going pretty well. Let's get rid of this Dreadnought. Say goodbye to you. Boom. And let's head over this direction. Evasive maneuvers. Alright, I don't think we're going to get these guys. Cube says all 3 teams got the same TFO. Really? You guys all got Hurl Sphere as well. Interesting. So we were probably all queuing up roughly around the same time. Because there is no such thing as random in STO. Really, there's no such thing as random with computing. To be honest. There is no such thing as random. Right, let's get over here now. See if we can take care of these guys. We'll buff up. Once we get in range, and fire. So, as you can see, I am on my Gornagander character yet again for another TFO Thursday. Oh crap, I just realized. So, I was planning on playing TFOs all this weekend on my Gornagander guy to get the the requirement of 150 TFOs finished. And I am currently at... here we are, 133, so 17 more to go. But I was planning on doing that all this weekend, and now I'm going meeting Kat, and we're going out in the town, and we're going to get absolutely ossified, Polax drunk. I'm not going to be able to do that. Oh crap! Look what I'm giving up. The Real Fluffy says the elite version of this has 2 accolades not even mentioned on the wiki. We'll have to convince James to run it on a stream. Definitely, yeah, for sure. Do convince him to do it. Especially since elite TFOs are more popular now with the new R&D mats that have been introduced with them. Look who you are getting to see. Oh, Cat. I get you, Farnsworth. I get you. But what is worth more to you? Winters. I want to say the TFOs. Enter gateway. No, of course, meeting Cat is a unique opportunity, without a doubt. And definitely have to take advantage of that. Farnsworth says, more than seeing Cat, I can let her know. Nova says, oh dear. Don't worry, I'll tell her tomorrow night that I said, you know, you're making me miss out on my TFOs. I'll tell her after about the, you know, the 17th shot. I'll let her, I'll say it to her. That will be funny. Yeah, I can't believe she stayed up after 12 o'clock. It's so unlike her. She's usually in bed by like 9 or 10 o'clock her time. I wonder if she's 6-hour jet lag wouldn't be that bad. I don't think. I'd say she adapted to the jet lag pretty easily and quickly. Oh yeah, flying through the wrecks of all my enemies. Jeez, there's so many explosions going on, I can't even see what's around me. Enemies or anything like that at all. Hello, The Chosen. Thank you for tuning in, dude. Come on, move, 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 move. Dang Iconians. Alright. So Cat now holds the record over everyone in the community for having met the most amount of members in person. She has met so many people in the community. It's crazy. I've only met a small number of members in the community. But Kat has met an absolute ton. She's like on a dozen or 2 dozen members she's met. Yeah, probably close to 2 dozen members she's met. Whereas I've only met a small handful of members actually in person. And of course, Kat is going to be going to Las Vegas this year as well, along with Brent. I believe Brent is going, so that'll be somebody else you'll have met. I think Sean was talking about going to Vegas this year for the convention. I'm not sure. Jesse, I think Jesse might be doing it as well. Alright, are we going into the gateway now? Oh wait, no, almost. Not quite. Alright, enter gateway. There we are. Nova says, wait, she is? Yeah, I think she is. I think Kat is going to Vegas this year. Lance wants to know what ship I'm in. It is the Fleet Ketha Recon Raptor. And this is on my free-to-play account. I don't have this ship, if you can believe it, on my main account. It's a good ship. It's a good ship. It's not that bad. I like it. Alright, let's buff up. And unleash hell on this guy. There we go. Let's get in range of the Dreadnought. buff up with our beta strike. Farnsworth says, I have that one and I will have to use it. Yeah, it's a good ship. It is a good ship. Yeah. The lollipop, Lord Ford says. Alright, so now... oh my god. Excuse me. I'm so sorry, that came out of nowhere. And I know that must have sounded absolutely so loud over the microphone as well. I'm so sorry, guys. But I think I'm done. Jesus. I'm so sorry. I tried to move away from the mic so fast because I just felt it coming and I couldn't say anything. That's karma for the TFO comment, says Chronix. Yeah. Nova says, not too bad on my end. Alright, that's alright. Yeah, I turned to my right and I bent over to try and get away as far as I could from the microphone so that I wasn't doing it straight into the mic. Oh my god. Hive Onslaught. This should be fun. Ooh, I need to do this. So it looks like that we have 3 teams running at the moment. Lance says, I felt it on the back of my neck. Do you know what that reminds me of? Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. When they kept on spitting in his eye. That means he likes you. He goes, allow me to show my affection. That means he likes you. I remember when I seen that the first time. Well, I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. I was in the convulsions. Tim Hagan says that's one of his favorite movies. I know why. Farnsworth, what's that? Miss Piggy likes that set of Winters. I seen Miss Piggy left the fleet, or left one of the fleets. Farnsworth, now that you bring up Miss Piggy, I actually meant to say that to you a couple of weeks ago. I logged into one of the fleets, I want to say Epsilon, might have been Delta, and in the newsfeed it showed that Miss Piggy had left the fleet, and I went, yes! So are you telling me that she's in another community, or she's still in the community? Which is it, Farnsworth? She will reappear, but is she still in the community? Or have you put her in another community? Standalone, alright, okay. But yeah, that was my first reaction when I see that. I was like, yes! I don't have to deal with that character ever again. I just realized it was on the air there and I was trying to think of something else to say other than what I was going to say. No, you've never met Miss Piggy? You lucky, lucky thing. It's a horrendously looking character. I can tell you that from experience. Who's excited for the summer event? Starting at the end of this month, guys. Should be a lot of fun. I take it you've all seen the announcement for the summer event ship. No, I'm not. I don't have any major feelings or you know, anything one way or the other regarding the ship. it's a lower deck ship, yay, you know. But I don't hate it. I don't love it. I know there's a lot of people out there that absolutely adore it. I'm just not one of them. I couldn't care one way or the other, to be perfectly honest. But I think they've done a nice job in recreating it. I think they've done a fantastic job at that. But really, any of the ships they create or recreate, they really do a fantastic job. They've got a great ship artist team. Yeah. Alright, I was just about to say, we should be onto the boss stage here now any second. Alright, let's get buffed up. Alright, let's see if we're close enough there. Definitely close enough. Almost right on top of it. Tim Higgins says, probably going to make Disruptor meta, that console and trait. Probably. It certainly could happen. But if it's overperforming, I would recommend you guys, or make you guys aware that if it's overperforming, expect a nerf to come for it at some stage. Whether that would be sooner or later, who the hell knows? Because if something is overperforming, they are definitely going to rein it in. If it's overperforming, and it can take them anywhere from a week to years later before they fix or oh crap. I just seen my health absolutely bomb there, so I had to stop firing. Tim Higgins says, yep, just like Agony. Yep, you're exactly right. Excellent.
I am eternal. This is not the end.
Alright, now we just scan for escape pods. Sweet. Pop. What am I up to? Just over 4,500 marks. Nice. Yeah, so I guess I want to try and get as many TFOs as I possibly can done tonight. Yeah. Borg disconnected. I was actually talking about this one earlier. I got it earlier on, and we were here. Had to wait, the minute before you can move. And when the timer was up, I decided to go over to the left. And when I got there, everybody else arrived on the left-hand side. All right, over here, on the left. And I went, right, okay, I'll go to one on my own then. And I went to the top end here. And the other four stayed on the left side. They didn't have the cop on to break, two of them break away and go over to the right. And of course we got none of the optionals then because of it. And I was left on my own over on the top end. It was some people are just, you'd wonder if there's anything rattling around upstairs at all. People don't think and use the noggin at all sometimes. It's frustrating, to be honest. But yeah. Alright, let's get in range of these guys and then we'll buff up. See, once you get past the shields, this build is actually really good. It just takes a minute for the shields to go down, and then once you start getting the damage on the hull, it really does perform very well. Which is great. It's great. Like, I'm having fun flying this, for sure. Alright, let's see if we can liberate some of these ships. Get a head start on these guys so that I can liberate the ships quicker. Buff up again. See that? Once it got past the shields, the hull dropped really, really fast. Now I know these are probes, and you know, let's face it, probes are not that difficult to take out anyway, on the worst of days. There's another probe. I was wondering where that fire was coming from. Alright, now let's liberate these two. Cube says, it's almost like we need someone to do a video series on how to do TFOs. Yes, Cubed, you're right, and that is something that I want to do, but it's a lot easier said than done. But I am hoping to get back into recording something on my YouTube channel in the not too distant future, because the whole debacle with the website is over now. Like, we're not on a deadline anymore like we were at the beginning of the year, and we are almost at the end of our anniversary. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to take, and this is kind of funny, take July off where I'm not working on anything major. But I've said things like that before and it never happens. But we'll see. That's the idea at the moment anyway. And so if that does indeed happen, it means August, I might try and get back into recording something and getting some new content out on my YouTube channel. Whether that is a series on tactics and strategies for TFOs, I don't know. But I do, actually, maybe you guys could help me with this. One of the things that I've been thinking about is what I should call the series. And I have a few ideas, and I don't know if I like any of them, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if I should... this one sounds a bit cocky, but it's kind of accurate as well at the same time. I was thinking about calling the series Winter's Way. As in, you know, this is Winter's way of doing it. Chronic says, call it Winter's Teaching. Okay. Another one I had was Winter's Tactics. That was another option that I thought of. What else did I have? Something simple like STO Tactics and Strategies, but it doesn't really roll off the tongue very well. Like I said, I have ideas, but I don't know that I like any of them. Cube says, don't be a pug. I like it. Chronic says, stow and go. It certainly rolls off the tongue. I don't know that it describes what the content is about. And I think that's probably where I'm having the biggest problem, is I'm like, you know, I don't know that this is an accurate title for the content. The Gospel According to Winters. Oh god, that's a... I don't know if that's funny or not, but I'm laughing at it. This is the way. man. Alright, I want some more Borg ships to turn up so that these Undine will stop firing at me. Lance says, wait a minute. Kronex says, all I could think is winter is coming. Lance says, winter's sweet nighttime sounds. Nova says, LOL, I like that. What, the gospel according to Winters? I find that so funny. How to for the dumb. STO for dummies. STO for dummies. TFOs for dummies. TFOs for dummies. This is the way. Yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think of some of those. Oh, so Nova says, no, this is the way. Alright, okay, you're saying this is the way is the one that you like. Not the gospel according to Winters. I find that so funny. Oh, man. Farnsworth says, yes, I tried that, but it was blocked by the mods. Really? Dummies is actually blocked by the moderator. That's actually kind of funny. Alright, this guy is ticking me off. I'm going to have to take him out. Alright, now I should be able to get this guy and... Oh, it looks like, yeah. We are almost going on to the third stage. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to park here. And I'm going to cloak. And I'm just going to sit here and wait for the next... See, I'm banking this guy so that I can get him right at the start. That's the... That's the right thing to do. Right, now I'll fly over to this guy. Ah, dang it, that was a rift. Alright. And I'm going to move back. And hopefully the Undine and the Voth there will start firing at each other. Damn it, they're firing at the Borg. Well, maybe they might change that once they get in range. So let me go over and save that Borg tactical cube. Tim Higgins says, sorry, was playing for some dill. I actually like the first one, Winter's Way. Okay. Yeah, believe me, the title is not the biggest problem I have with this, but I do have an issue with I'm not able to come up with a title, or I haven't come up with one that I like yet. So I just thought I'd throw it out to you guys and see what you thought of some of the ideas. That gospel one is the funniest one that I've thought of so far. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Farnsworth says the how to do it will be the hard part. Yeah, so I know for a fact. I know for a fact the actual mechanic of how to record the TFOs is going to be the hardest part. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if I should recruit members from the community and go in with pre-med teams, because the issue there with that is everyone's on different time zones, and people work and they have family commitments and whatnot. And I know from experience there will be clashes in that people will not be able to make it. So that's a big hurdle to overcome. Now, on the other hand, if I pug it, I bypass that problem. But the problem is I'm pugging it, and I could end up with an awesome team and it run smoothly, or I could end up with the biggest dumbasses this side of the Mississippi, and the TFO could take 45 minutes. And I really don't know what's the best way to proceed in how to record the guides and the TFOs, basically. There are problems with both, and I just don't know what's the best thing to do. Like I said, I'd love to do it with Armada members, but the problem there is the time zones and people's schedules. And I know from having run events and competitions and things like that, that it'll be really, really difficult to get people on the same page. Because you see, and this is this isn't a criticism, but you want people who know the TFOs as well. And there are a lot of people who go, oh yeah, well I know the TFOs, and it turns out they actually don't know the TFOs. When you get right down to it, they don't know the tactics or strategies for the TFOs either. I'm not saying that I know for every single one of them, but some people can't evaluate themselves in an accurate way. The Real Fluffy says, not every TFO requires a full team. You can start many of them with only one player. Right, you can, but, well, I suppose if I was on my main character, I could probably work them then. But I that would be adding in a level of difficulty into it as well. And I'm not sure that I want that. Yeah, it's a tough one. What the hell just hit me? My health has plummeted. Cube says, why not record it during TFO Thursday? Well, the problem there is, again, the schedules. Not everybody is able to get on every week. There would be a lot of preparation involved in prepping the other 4 members for the TFO, because to make it flow properly, we wouldn't be able to do randoms. We would have to pick the TFOs, and basically I would have to say, right, you are going to do this and you are going to do that, and assign people the different tasks, and then I would have to be off camera or on camera Discord, while I'd be recording the TFO and the audio. So yeah, there's a few difficulties there with that as well. Where did that punk go? Oh, he's placated me. There he is. Alright, so it should be just... Oh no, that's it. Sweet. Excellent. Excellent. Are we doing one more, or are we calling it there? Actually, I don't even know who my team lead is. Who is it? Teacher guy, Nova, Mallory. Mallory's the team lead. Is that it, or are we doing one more? I don't mind either way. If you leave Mallory, I'll leave as well. Looks like Miku is already logged off, so I'm guessing that's it. We're wrapping up. Do you know what? I'm gonna go over here and see. Yep, there's no loot. Alright, so we're leaving. Right, well, I guess that wraps up another TFO Thursday. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Hopefully you had a bit of fun. Remember, this is a weekly event where we team up together and we run random TFOs within the community. We are back on the air this coming Saturday. Then we are back on the air then next Tuesday. And that brings us back around to Thursday. Excuse me. Thank you, Lurkin, who just followed our channel on Twitch. Thank you so much. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. And we really, really appreciate your support so much. Okay, let's see who we can raid. We're going to raid somebody. Who are we going to raid? DL Grayson. I think we'll pick them. Right, so thank you all so much for tuning in again tonight, guys. We really, really appreciate your support, and hopefully we'll see a lot of you this coming Saturday for our costume competition. We are giving away, how much EC is it again? 3 billion EC, I think. Where is 3 billion EC in prizes we're giving away this Saturday. So we hope to see you all then. So good night, and we'll catch you all later. Adios.